I'm gonna be honest here, I've played a few runs of this game. And, yeah. So I played a few runs of this game. Let's see, it's showing. There's male Cameron and Lucy Cameron. That's kind of crap. I'll start some something from male Cameron. Let's see. Actually, I wanted to see if you could conquer all the areas with just one guy. I'm just gonna randomize who's dead. If I randomize this point. Okay. Go ahead, Saxon. I wanted to see if I could technically conquer each and every land. I want to campaign with 3 strength at least. 2 in constitution, 1 agility. Please, this was 3 constitution, 3 agility. And, I know basically all the, bad guys there, isn't there? So, what are the rules for this run? Let's see. First off, I'm not allowed to raid. I cannot lower the, I cannot myself lower areas amount of people by raiding. All fights must be done by myself. I can't exactly. Not only can I not. I go fucking myself too. I can only fight by myself. No other characters can be involved. I can't create any areas so it can't be like, because that lowers the amount of population of an area. By bringing prosperity, you can actually make it easier to conquer areas. I have to make a character able to basically conquer every area on his own and do the journey. I don't know if it's kind of originally this game had a way that if, I forgot that. This is really bad. I forgot that, you just replace your weapon and get it. Also, cool thing about fighting alone, I really want that. Minus the potions, definitely want those. So around here is the most lair. Okay, I don't have. Yeah, I might want to kick that. One thing if you actually can get them tired by kicking, they actually have easier time to kill. So if I can do this kick, smash, especially if you can get them tired, you can actually make them die a lot easier. One thing is I can't use ranged weapons, that's going to be slow in this round. Also, that's kind of limiting how many ads they kind of have in this game so far. Even if you shut off your internet, you're going to have that pop up. Now, roguery is definitely something I'm going to invest in. Currently, my stats are pretty good for what I need. So, the goal really is to... I will not be dealing with the gladiator run thing. Nor will I be practicing right now. Not because I shouldn't have told that, not because of any reason, but simply because I see no point in it. This, I not have enough. Okay, so I won't have enough unless I suppose it's a strong potion, and I don't sell that. This will actually be how we gain most of our items for like the beginning, till I feel we're strong enough to actually start facing, instead of looters, the bandits, where the next stage up on fighters. The thing you can do, which I think is kind of cool, you can actually bring a bow in, and if you're able to like kill one of these guys, then if you're able to kill one of these guys, and then you can take their weapon. Also, if they tucker themselves out, they're easier. If you are able to it might be basically, if you are actually able to I lost my train. I lost the train. Okay. Oh, now I remember what it was. If you, for example, take off your shield and use this, you can eventually equip this during the fight. I mean, shields are good for if you want to avoid being hit by enemies like ranged attacks. Now, there's certain like rogue gangs you can actually like gain influence with and make them actually sell to you. So far, it seems like, for example, looters, if you pay their clients, they're like, oh hey, we don't like you, pay us. You can actually get them to eventually like you just have to not like them at all. So all you have to run for later is basically figuring out how to get them to like you. I guess the only problem is there will be no one you can actually fight if you try to get every clan to like you in some way. I'll just figure that out. I know that looters gain more, like, the more money you give them, but, okay, there is a technical way to earn money without pissing everyone off, and that would technically be going to the arena, so it would probably be a mostly arena-only run, I think about it. So if I were to do that, it would be an arena. The reason I go for kicks so much is because, first off, after a kick, can you kick? After a kick, your character always gets critical. So if someone kicks you, you want to avoid getting hit after, because it's always critical after a kick. Always a critical hit after a kick if you can hit within a certain amount of time period. But yeah, our goal is right now to get as much loot we can get from looters, sell it to here, minus potions. Can we take away the dagger? Put that now. This. That. We could buy something up. If we could buy that. Let's see, if we sell this, and then buy that. Actually, that's not pretty good. Okay, so this should allow us to. Usually we'll let my character rest when we have like an entire faction of people. And they actually added that you can name people now. So, yeah. So if I were to fight this at the current prosperity, I would have to fight either 13 or 17 people. 13, 17 people. There is some reaction delays to it. Like if I hit a button, it is a little bit of a delay. But you can also string multiple attacks at once. Also, the neat thing is with a single only character, not only when they attack you more, you actually have a easier chance of hit the box. That you have an easier chance of leveling up if you stay a single character for longer. But usually by this point, I've actually got one guy. There's also the worry of so certain areas have better bandits. Different areas, different bandits. That I think we can most deal with that. So let me go show you. So for example, here is a set of bandits right there. That actually is a bandit cove. I forget the name of them, but they basically have all metal armor. Then I think around here is the deserter camp, which they are basically enemies of the Byzantines. I think is what they're called. Over here in the swamp is actually the only bandit camps that actually have two bases. So the first base is around this location. The second base is up here. These are not people I really want to not want to deal with. Solo, because not solo. These are not characters I want to deal with in the beginning of the game because solo, first off, really hard to do. Secondly, it's not hard in the sense you can gear up, but it would do really bad of me to actually go deal with those guys. So, like going up here, the best city to buy the best gear, mostly for the most part, is there. The Brarian. I think I'm saying Brarian area. Now you have Idos and all these other areas, and they're pretty good for buying stuff. Like Bastion is a place I usually stay around because that area has like the best beginning loot for the most part. There's also you get actually to know this base like immediately in Halfthorns. Haven Horns are not characters I want to fight, and no matter which race you play, they hate you no matter what. And I kind of wish that was really a thing. Like if you played the Haven Horn characters, you could actually trade with them. But it's a pretty good game so far. I was actually happy that they added if you lose, you don't end up having to reload the game to an older save. That you can actually keep playing, which they added. Also the naming of characters. So down here, not over here, but way over here, about somewhere here. Can't remember where in here is another bandit camp. Oh. And here, an actual bandit camp, right there. These are the guys that upgrade after the looters, because they have arrows, better weapons, the gear slightly better. Also, cool thing about some two-handed weapons you can actually go through the lock. It's actually pretty cool. I had to say, I think I need a lot more armor before I decide to fully invest on actually taking over looters. I'm really thinking that'll be a problem later on is the castles. I shouldn't have gotten this right. I gotta be careful because I actually screwed myself over. Fight. He's got rocks. He's probably gonna throw another rock. Take him. Take him. Take him. Definitely gonna need to actually get myself. Definitely gonna have to use some potions again. And definitely go set up for this. Let's use a strong potion. Okay. I like the 5 times thing. To be able to increase like how long it takes you. I can use that for now until I can get a bow. I can buy that. Anything else I might want? Nothing I can probably afford. The reason I'm mostly fighting them is because early game they're technically the easiest fight. I might go for the bandits after this fight. Because also, something I didn't mention about the soul thing. So, interesting thing about soul thing that I've noticed kind of quirk with the game. If you solo fight and you have a team, no one can die. So like, if you fight with like an entire team in the same fight, then technically characters can die. However, if you end up fighting an entire team, for example, say he fights the 3 bandits with 3 guys. There's a chance one of his 3 guys can actually die if they get knocked out. Or they can either die or get knocked out. Whereas if you fight, like, with this setting, your guys will never die, but you'll have to do all the fighting. Basically, which is, I'm pretty much guessing is why they have it that way. I want to fight the 2 bandits that way. Now, I could pay them, and their hostility level will go down. Now, the thing with these guys is you want to get close very fast. If you don't have a weapon that basically... You want to get... Can I kick? I don't know if I'm trouble kicking. Right now. The thing is that they're tired, they actually take a lot more The reason I want to get these guys is their armor piece can get upgraded. Like if I can get their bow, I would love that. But they also will be giving me levels a lot more. So if I had to say which I want to increase, here I'd like to increase my strength, then drink a weak potion to increase my health, and then see who comes out. Probably the 2-bandit guy. Oh, there goes 1 bandit. This guy's actually... Okay, Hollow. Okay, that guy was getting on my nerves. Ooh, this is not good. So this is gives us a higher chance to gain the more now you can be a pretty good seller if you have 10 story. factions, for the most part, nothing strength, education, all those other skills. Because I see no point in upping archery skill. Yes, it does more damage, but just upping strength alone will up more damage to like a wider variety of what damage dealing you can do. So also I don't invest in two-handed, one-handed. There we go. This will mean that we will have to get rid of this hook thing. So let's go back to Bastion. Also, if you play other factions, certain factions will actually be happy you do that. Okay, so put this on, so that, take that, so that. Wait, can we use that? You need to. I don't trust that that's going to allow me to do it even. I could get myself confidence. I'm going to lose my train of thought probably a lot. So, for the most part, I want to. The reason I speed through these areas is because, for the most part, any of the characters that can run in here are mostly low level enough that they aren't a threat all that much. So when I start going to these locations, my paths don't go that far. Okay, I could. If I sell the building hook, I have enough. So, potions I still don't have enough. This is a problem. Innkeeper. Forget. Okay, I want to not run into deserters. They're definitely not the people I want to run into. I will take. Technically, this is a better weapon, but I like sword better. Okay. Now our goal is to go back to the looter area as fast as we can. Deserters are a worry, like I said, they're right there, and we do not want to mess with them this early in the game. Okay, so we want to go here, not messing with those things. And now that we have like this, looters are actually a lot less hard to deal with. It also can save you from damage that you could possibly take by them coming here. My problem is that they hit you, you can see what's that damage should. Well, they basically jump your head. You have a limited amount of ammo, which I don't see as a problem in this game. A huge problem in this game, though, has to be the what you can do with your money for the most part. Like, if I show you guys my first character, he's got, I think, like 500,000 gold. He's from an older series first. When I played, where you could, if you lost, you had to restart from save. And it would tell you how many losses your faction would take. But, so that, in the game, and Escanor was like the first character I did, and we actually conquered, like, I think every faction hates us, but we're the only ones that have, like, people. Also, this was before I knew we could, this was before the whole naming thing, so none of his characters are named. But he has control of all the land, the best weapons, I think the best armor you can get in the game. But there was like nothing to do with the money I have now. Like I have, okay, that's, you can see I have 500,000. And same thing with making these promote guys. When I first started the game, there really was nothing you could do with them. For the most part, you could order them. You can now order them around, but that wasn't a thing. And since I technically have conquered every land, there is no reason for me to continue to save. But yeah, I think a huge problem in this game so far is what you can do with the money. Like early game, you know, you're mostly just trying to earn money and gain better gear. But late game, it's like, oh, I got basically best gear. I'm just racking up money at this point, and everything that really you can do is for the most part, I don't even do the arena. When I first played the arena, the only way to actually win was get to level 17, so they give you good enough gear to face against those 700 health dudes. I say level 17 because that's when they actually gave me the gear when I first won. Like, depending on your level, depending on what gear they give you in the arena. So, yeah. Let's see. Charisma deals with... Each stat deals with a different thing. There's secret stats and actual stats. Strength tells you what it does. Constitution tells you what it does. Agility, intelligence. I believe this also deals with how much HP you actually gain while in a town. This one not only does retinue size and trade bonus, actually this one actually tells you straight up. This basically will increase how much money you gain or lose depending on sale and unsale. Luck, crit chance, stuff like that. These ones I don't really deal into because there's no point in doing these. To me at least, so far. Like, if I had to say, maybe if I was like going for a certain build, I could invest in one of these. But for the most part, I try to invest in this stuff. Actually, I'm gonna get like, all these sets through. Like I said, the reason I want to raid is because that garrison will go lower, and the higher prosperity means that it will actually be at a higher amount. I kind of wanted to fight to that higher amount. Now, will I be fighting with this video? Definitely not. This is the prepared video. But I think if they had something in the game, definitely have like what to do with the money. For the most part, when you're racking up a huge amount of money, there's nothing to do with it. It kind of becomes boring. Minus the fights, which I haven't had a character get to level 20 yet, because for the most part now they're actually in the fight. By that time. Yeah, my hope is to actually conquer all the lands in one solo run. And that. Nothing else, okay? Comment. So, I think that'll be it for now. Oh, also, this sucks. You can only have 5 saves. And if a character, for example, me fighting, auto-saves the game. So all the auto-saves that used to say male Karen at the beginning when I first started the video, they are all gone. So if you don't save and you decide to play a new character, uh, that's it for them. Like legitimately, you can only have like 5 saved characters, and then all just auto saves at that point. Which in a sense sucks, because that's also kind of sucks part. You get a limited amount of characters you can technically save in the game. I think the area that gave me the most trouble to conquer, really, was these guys. And down here, these guys. Not down, these guys. Where are they? Actually, it is these guys. I just realized they kept reconquering the lands that I had conquered. Same thing with those guys up there. And it was really annoying having to run back and deal with that. But yeah, if I'd say this is a really fun game, I love playing it. Only problems I really have are there's nothing to do with the money. I like that they added the you run away thing, because having to reload a save if you ever lost kind of sucked. I would like it if they added like you can save more characters than 5, because having only 5 save slots is kind of suckish, especially since auto saves override anyone, and if someone isn't saved, they're gone forever. So something to do with the money would definitely be something that would be cool to add to this game. I do love that the fists actually did get something to do, like orders your people around. I kind of also think I really want to get see, and I think it's kind of cool, is if you could upgrade characters. Well, my meaning is like more characters being able to be upgraded than what they are. Like peasants don't really get an upgrade. They're cool to have like at the beginning as like soldiers to help you, but for the most part, they're mostly useless, and you kind of either disband them or hope they die to get room for better soldiers who can upgrade to like the level 20 characters. But if I had to say, I would love to see those characters be able to upgrade. Another thing I would love to see, kind of, is if, not only with naming characters, if you could kind of make them like a character, like if you could, make characters that could be companions to your character, and maybe choose their stats. That would be kind of a cool feature. Have a bunch of characters, each with different weapons, in one thing, and then since you can name characters, I can show you this. This is going to be the only time I recruit someone. And I'll go back to a save after this. We'll just grab him. They change the color, and you can name him. Let's call him. We'll call him Bird. Nah. Benny. Anyways, Sexo and Benny. But basically they added that, which is kind of cool. You can name them now, which actually kind of gives the whole thing of like when one of these characters dies, I name them now. So if one of these characters dies in battle, it's kind of like also a named character, kind of cool. But I love if you could actually change their gear, like turn them into a companion. Maybe have it cost a certain amount of power and money to turn them into companion, where you could actually choose what gear they had. It would be kind of cool. It would give a new thing to do with the money, other than just conquering every land. It is cool to have like you can send out civilian and your original guys, warrior tribe guys, to fight. But for the most part, once you conquered all the land, there's really nothing to do. Which I know technically means that you've won the game, and that is technically end game stuff, but I'm gonna be honest here. When I first played this game, Pokemon, I spent a day playing it, and I conquered all the lands within a day. Like I said, it's a really fun game. I would love if there was more features added. Oh, something I didn't say. I hate, in a sense, um, how certain parts of the games, characters liking you system works. It's like for the most part, most of the factions, like most of them are okay with you. These guys are the ones that from the start hate your guts. Each have a way for you to regain. These guys have a way for you to regain your, they like you kind of thing. I don't know what each of them have, but if these guys ever hate your guts for the most part, unless you lose to them, which means just constantly losing, they will never not know peace if you go negative with them. There needs to be a way to actually go negative with them and somehow gain peace. That also kind of needs to be a feature because each faction has their own way of gaining happiness from them, I would say. So, for example, Black Cloaks, you have to fight the Kingdom of Brarian to gain likeness of them. Looters, you just need to keep paying them and to go away. Same thing with them. I think there might be others like that, but I haven't tested it out yet. But yeah, I'm gonna be signing off this.